Tonight, you are going to die. Well, something you call you is going to disappear, and a few hours later, someone else entirely will open your eyes. You'll call it waking up. But there's one thing nobody can actually prove, that the consciousness that vanished last night and the one that returned this morning are the same being at all. We do the same thing every single night. We lie down, close our eyes, and simply disappear. Strangely, we treat this as completely normal, like brushing our teeth, like putting on shoes. But stop for a second and actually think about it. Right now, you know you're reading this sentence. You feel, you think, you exist. And yet, at some point tonight, that knowing switches off entirely, like a light going out. And in that gap, for hours, there's nothing there. Not you, not even darkness. Because there's no one left to perceive the darkness. Scientists have studied this for a long time. They've mapped brainwaves, tracked neural activity, split deep sleep into neat little stages. REM sleep, non-REM sleep, slow wave sleep. The names sound precise, but nobody has answered the real question. Exactly when does the sense of I turn off? And here's where it gets strange. The harder researchers looked for that exact moment, the blurrier it became. It wasn't like flipping a switch. It was more like slowly walking into fog. And the problem is, the you walking into that fog and never remembers doing it. This is where things start to unravel. During deep sleep, the stage without even dreams, the brain is still active, electrical signals still fire, cells still talk to each other. But there's no one there to experience any of it. The lights are on, the screen is playing, but the seats are empty. And that wasn't even the worst part. Here's the truly unsettling piece. If there really was no observer during that time, no you watching, then who exactly is waking up this morning? Philosophers have known about this for a long time, and almost no one talks about this part. Memory itself is doing something we rarely question. It's acting as a bridge. Between last night's you and this morning's you, there's a massive gap. And the only thing filling that gap is memory. You feel like today's you is yesterday's you, simply because you're carrying yesterday's memories. But that's not proof. It's just stitching. If the consciousness that vanished last night ceased to exist completely, and what woke up this morning was an entirely new consciousness that simply inherited those memories, you would have absolutely no way of telling the difference. Every night, you might be dying, and every morning, someone else might be opening your eyes, pretending to be you. This was never really a story about sleep. This is a story about continuity, the one sense we never think to question. We spend our whole lives believing we are a single unbroken story. Yesterday's me, today's me, tomorrow's me, flowing like the same river. But sleep punches a hole in that story every single night. And what fills that hole isn't truth. It's just a convincing narrative. Even death, the thing we fear most, might not be so different. Consciousness switches off, and this time, it doesn't switch back on. We've been rehearsing that quietly every single night of our lives. The only difference is that morning comes and the curtain call happens again. But someday, that curtain call won't come, and that night will feel exactly the same as every other night, because there was never anyone there to feel it disappearing in the first place. So tonight, as you lie down, remember this: every night you allow yourself a small death, and every morning, miraculously, someone opens their eyes in your place. Whether that someone is really you, No one can prove it, not even you. Maybe what we call I was never something that simply exists. Maybe it's a story that gets rewritten every single night. Tonight, you'll close the final page of that story, and tomorrow morning, someone will turn to page 1 again. You can only hope it's you.